Hello everyone, I hope you have written your maths exam very well. So I saw your question paper and all the questions were from the important questions that we discussed yesterday. So today, in this video, let us discuss the important questions for physics. So physics you have a total of 12 lessons. So today, like as many as I can, I'll complete in this video. If this video is getting prolonged, then I'll discuss a few other lessons in the part 2. So coming to physics, your first lesson, reflection of light on curved surfaces. From this, the most important thing is learn the ray diagrams. Apart from the ray diagrams, learn the lab activity. And apart from ray diagrams and lab activity, just have an idea or just learn the definitions of principal axis. Then you have object distance, image distance and all, right? So just check it out, like principal axis, pole, focal point, focal length and all. And you all know that is radius of curvature is always 2 times of focal length. And then learn magnification. Magnification is the ratio of the image distance to the object distance, or height of the image to the ratio of height of the image to the height of the object. And you all know that solar cooker works on the principle of magnification. Apart from this, have a look at the uses of concave mirror and convex mirror. So these are the important things from your first lesson. Coming to the second lesson, balancing chemical equations, it's quite simple. First question is, why do we balance a chemical equation? That is according to the law of conservation of mass. And then the second most important is they'll give you an equation, they'll ask you to balance it. You might get it either in the question paper or you might get it in the bit paper. And unbalanced chemical equation is also known as skeletal equation. Apart from these two, you have other question. What information do you get from a chemical equation, balanced chemical equation? So these are the three important questions from your second lesson, that is balancing chemical equation. Apart from that, for objective, CaO, it's known as calcium oxide, which is also called as quicklime. Then CaOH taken twice, calcium hydroxide, which is also known as slaked lime. CaCO3, calcium carbonate, which is also known as limestone. And just a quick thing I would like to tell you, 4 types of reactions, that is displacement, double displacement, decomposition and then oxidation. Just have a look at these 4 because you have certain activities. Your activities in second lesson are based on those reactions. So just have a look at them. But the most important thing is, why do we balance a chemical equation? Balancing a chemical equation, and then what information do you get from a balanced chemical equation? Coming to the third lesson, acids, base and salts, be very clear, learn activities. So the activity is, first activity, what happens when acids react with metals? Hydrogen gas is released. That activity is important. Then what happens when acids react with metal carbonates and metal hydrogen carbonates? In this case, carbon dioxide gas is released and we test it with, when we pass the gas through the lime water, it turns milky white. So that activity is important. And after these two, just have a look at neutralization reaction. After the neutralization, we have an activity showing that only acids produce electricity. Acids conduct electricity because they produce H plus ions. So look at these activities. And apart from these activities, you have a small thing at the bottom about dilution. So mixing of water with acid or base, we call it as dilution, and dilution is an exothermic reaction. Remember this. So this you will learn in the second lesson, exothermic and endothermic. I told you, right, what information do you get from a balanced chemical equation? There you learn it. Next, after this, learn about pH scale and what is the importance of pH in our everyday life. And apart from that, you have salts family, that is baking soda, washing soda and all. Learn the uses for sure. You will get an important for sure question from the uses of those salts. And apart from that, the last one is water of crystallization. Check the activity. So water of crystallization simply states that every salt has fixed number of water molecules. So if you check these questions from the third lesson, you'd be done. Coming to the fourth lesson, refraction of light on curved surfaces. So for this, just have a understanding of refraction. Learn that, like, what happens when a light moves from denser medium to rarer medium and rarer medium to denser medium. And then the important ray diagrams of lenses. After the ray diagrams of lenses, learn this activity. What happens when a lens is dipped in water? And I forgot to tell you in the first lesson, that is reflection, you have mirror formula. 1 by f is equal to 1 by u plus 1 by v. In fourth chapter, you will have lens formula. 1 by f is equal to 1 by v minus 1 by u, and you also have lens maker's formula. So just have a look at them. That's enough. Next, coming to the fifth lesson, human eye and colorful world. So in human eye and colorful world, just learn least distance of distinction definition, and then have a idea of structure of eye, just little idea. Most important are myopia, hypermetropia and presbyopia. For myopia and hypermetropia, you need to learn defect ray diagrams and correction ray diagrams. Learn it perfectly. Then you have a formula for power of lens, 1 by f if f is in meters, 100 by f if f is in centimeters. And apart from this, learn the lab activities, very important, prism activity. After the prism activity, just learn the definition of scattering and dispersion, and why sky appears blue. It is because of scattering, okay? And then they'll ask you why sun appears red during noon. So this also, there will be a last question at the end of the textbook before the box about C.V. Raman. So just check that answer for sure, because most of the time they'll ask you that question in the exam. With this, your fifth lesson will be done. Coming to the sixth lesson, structure of atom. In sixth lesson, structure of atom, learn a short notes about electromagnetic spectrum. What happens when an iron rod is heated? Learn this perfectly. Apart from this, learn the 4 quantum numbers, that is principal quantum number, azimuthal quantum number or angular momentum quantum number, magnetic quantum number and spin quantum number. Learn this, and learn the 3 rules, that is Pauli exclusion principle, Hund's rule and Aufbau's principle, and NLX method. So if you just learn these things from 6th unit, you will be done with the 6th unit. Coming to the 7th chapter, that is classification of elements in the periodic table. In this lesson, first of all, learn why do we classify elements, or what is the need of classification. Then learn the disadvantages or limitations of Dobereiner, and then learn Mendeleev periodic table completely without leaving anything. Learn Mendeleev periodic table. Then what are the features of modern periodic table? After this, you have the properties like atomic radius, ionization potentials, electronegativity, electron gain enthalpy. For all these properties, learn the definition and see what happens in groups and what happens in periods. For ionization potential, there are factors. Learn them for sure, and remember, electron gain enthalpy and ionization energy have same factors which will affect them. So keep that in mind, okay? So learn this, all the properties, learn perfectly their definitions with the idea of what happens in groups and what happens in periods. Next, since the video is becoming long, I would like to close this video till here. So in this video, we discussed all the important questions of first 7 chapters. In the next video, I will cover 8 to 12 chapters. So I hope you are learning a lot, and these videos are helping you a lot to prepare for your examination. If you feel that, please don't forget to comment how did you write your exams, and please do like, share and subscribe these videos to your friends so that they'll get benefited. Thank you so much, and wishing you all the best for your preparation.